Hello and welcome to this tutorial on how to customize the post-processor in RhinoRobot. This is Olivier for Kinematic. In this video we will look at how to access and customize the post-processor in RhinoRobot in order to pick and place an item. Let's start with a project in which we already have set up a tool. We also have a cubic object placed in the pneumatic vise that we will need to transfer to another vise. At the center of the upper face of the cube, we will place a first point that will be the start of our toolpath, and we will place a second point in the target vise, which will be the end of the toolpath. So first, let's place our points. Then we select them and ask RhinoRobot to simulate a toolpath using the point selection button. And we also have to select points in the frame type menu. We now have a simple toolpath, but we want to add two more points to that toolpath, an entry point and an exit point. We could add points in Rhino, like we just did, but there is a more clever way inside the grasshopper part of RhinoRobot. When we open a project in RhinoRobot, we always have to use the Open Project button of RhinoRobot, and not just open the project in Rhinoceros 3D, because RhinoRobot is a two-pass application, and we need the Rhino part of the project to be active and linked to the Grasshopper part. When you open the project, the Grasshopper screen will be reduced. To display it, just type Grasshopper in the console or click on the button in Rhino's standard toolbar. Then you have two boxes that are called clusters. The first one is the frame cluster. It is where and how your geometry will be transformed into targets. The second one is the program cluster, and from the list of the targets, it generates the actual program. We are going to add the entry and exit targets here, between the frames cluster and the program cluster, so that they are automatically added to any toolpath for this project. You can see here the 2 points that are passed from the Rhino user interface to the Grasshopper part. And at the end of the frames cluster, you have a list of 2 targets. First, let's graph that output list of 2 targets so we can access each one easily. Then, add a plane offset to the targets with a slider to be able to dynamically change the Z value. We add an expression here, -x, so that the Z offset value is -200. Then let's merge the targets and pass them to the program cluster. Let's see what happened to the toolpath. We have new targets, and we can dynamically change the Z offset of the targets. We could also make that slider displayed in the custom area of the RhinoRobot interface. You can find a link on how to add custom controls to the user interface video in the upper right corner of this video. If we export the program now, we can see 6 points. Now let's continue to the program cluster. you have to double-click the icon or the name to enter inside the cluster. Here, you have the syntax that is specific to your robot brand, and here is the syntax to add an action like the one we want. Close the robot tool and then open it. So let's link the items to the formatting component. Change the action syntax. Duplicate it. And add an entwine to change the call to the subprogram. Don't forget to save before exiting the cluster. And now, if we export the program, you can see that the two calls to your in-house pick-and-place subprogram have been added. Thank you very much for your attention. Don't hesitate to press the like button, ask questions, or make observations in the comments below. See you soon for another video.